to me, Jordan is the GOAT. Jordan won 6 titles, bruh. Like, LeBron can do whatever LeBron want to do, but it took you X amount of years to do.
We're not going to speak on that. We done with the 90s.
You're not done with who Michael Jordan is, B. I'm sorry.
When it was illegal to double team on defense?
Listen, bro.
You don't think LeBron's a more well-rounded player?
I think. Let me tell you this. Let me answer this, and we will go to the next topic. I think LeBron has all the physical gifts. I think he is the most physically gifted athlete of all time, maybe outside of Bo Jackson. Like, there's like some physical specimens. But what LeBron does not have, what he lacks, that Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan have over him, is the mental. They are killers. They are not trying to be your friend. They close the deal. They don't look like Michael Jordan don't lose in the big game. He might have, had some teams. The man three-peated 2 separate times and took a break in between it. And LeBron will have every single record towards the end of it. But damn, you had to call your home.
You think Jordan is being Curry, Clay, and KD on the same team?
Hey there, everybody. I'm Dr. Charles Cole III. I'm the founder and executive director of Energy Convertors. And we have this year, for the first time, created a national cohort. And it has been one of my biggest joys. The difference in this one is that these are older young people. All of these folks are in college. 2 of them are about to become black male educators. They're about to graduate. One of them just got engaged to get married. The other thing that I'm just really happy to report is, we finally grew large enough where we had to go out and get a program director. And that's Mr. Victor Sandifer. And he has just been incredible to have. I honestly don't know how to have a partner in this work because I've been having to do so much of it on my own. So I'm just so grateful for bruh. And we got some good topics that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl halftime show, black male mentorship, the need for black teachers and father figures in education, man. And I just think y'all are going to be blessed by it. And we want to, if you like this, let us know and we'll keep producing them. But without any further ado, I want to bring in my partner in crime, Vic, and let him have the young folks introduce themselves.
Welcome, everybody. Like you said, welcome to our pending show with the name of the Fellas of Energy Converters National, and the name is pending. But we thank y'all for coming and tuning in and rocking with us on this day. Oh, we got some really, really dope brothers in here today, and I'm really excited to hear them speak with them. They're really, 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 really passionate about education, and it warms my heart because you don't see that all the time. And like we said, there can be a void in black men educators, and so it's really dope to see young brothers at this age knowing exactly what they want to do and wanting to be educators themselves. So I'm gonna take this time to just give them the opportunity to introduce themselves. I'm going to start with who we got on there. I'm gonna start with Darius. Just give the folks like your name, where you from, and what school you go to, and anything they need to know about you. I know that's a lot.
All right, so my name's Darius Lewis. I am originally from Maryville, Indiana, but I go to school at Indiana University, Indianapolis. So I'm actually graduating in May and going to go pursue my master's degree in higher education and student affairs right away. But I am still going to get licensed. I'm still going to get my teaching license as well because I don't want all the doors to close because I want all the doors wide open. So that's a little bit about me.
Thanks, Darius. Who we gonna got next? We got Xavier next.
Yeah, Xavier Shakes. I am currently in my master's program at University of Indianapolis, doing mental health counseling. I am from Indianapolis, born and raised, and yeah, y'all can follow me on LinkedIn at Xavier Shakes and Instagram at Zworld. Yeah.
All right. He was like, yeah, he didn't know how to end it.
Well, we got none other than the good brother Mike.
I'm Mike. I'm a freshman at Rosemont. I'm a education major with That I'm an education major in mathematics, so I'm gonna be a math teacher. I also play lacrosse. Only freshman on the team.
Okay.
This
Talk
is
that talk then, Mike.
Where
Talk that talk, Mike.
you
Big
from,
Mike.
Mike? Let them know where you from.
I'm from North Philly.
I know you happy right now.
Graduated from Master Shoemaker Charter School.
That's
Okay.
what's up, man. I got a homie, they used to be really engaged in Shoemaker that you and I both share in Sharif El Mekki, and I know he's personally very proud of you, brother. So
My former principal.
yeah, Vic, before you go, I'm about to give it to you, but I wanted to just kind of just say this is a special moment just in the sense of you don't get to see a lot of young black uh, youth or college age brothers having conversations with other brothers. And so we want to encourage this to continue. We have a plethora of different types of people in energy converters, and all of them will have their time and get their shine. We've done interviews with them, and I'm fine with doing one-off shows with them. I'm gonna say this publicly. I want us as black men to actually make this a real show and like put some real investment in it. I want to see this continue because this level of engagement is needed, and I want to even add in guests of an older generation. So you got 3 different generations of black men, and maybe even 4 if we get some younger, like high school or middle school black males to join, because we gotta save our own community. We gotta have these conversations and we gotta talk. So I just wanted to make sure I said that on the record so y'all can hold me to it. With no further ado, Vic, you bringing in our first topic.
Yep. So speaking of North Philly, this past weekend, the Philadelphia Eagles squared off against the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And we know that in the Super Bowl, it was a story within a story. So we had the Super Bowl story, which was the actual NFL teams playing. But then there was another story that was going on the side of the Super Bowl that could have even been more, I guess, more attention to in some aspects, which was the Super Bowl halftime show. And this was put on by none other than the good brother Kendrick Lamar, who is a Compton-bred rapper. And one may say the number 1 rapper in the world. It's debatable for some people, for others it's not. But but he had his performance, and it was met with some mixed reviews, some good ones, some not so good ones. But we wanted to take some time just to give you all the opportunity to talk about how y'all felt about the Super Bowl halftime show. What were some things that stood out to y'all? And I'm not going to even like give y'all the question. I'm just going to give y'all the opportunity to share what y'all want to share about your experience watching that halftime show. What was your thoughts on it?
Yeah, so I'll go first. Just want to say Kendrick Lamar is like my number 1 favorite rapper all time. So it was amazing to see that he had the world stage, and to see what he did with it. I had a lot of thoughts coming up to the Super Bowl. How far was he going to take this? He has the eye of practically everybody right now after the beef with Drake. So I wanted to see how he was going to kind of put the bow on everything. The discourse surrounding his performance has been, I'll say, divisive. You can kind of tell who the show was for in a sense. It wasn't really appreciated by certain audiences, which is okay. Rap isn't for everybody. But also there have been a lot of people that really appreciated what he did just as an art form before being anything political. That's who Kendrick has always been, is an artist. And he's, been able to artfully tie in those political messages. So I think I want to ask our mentors here first. What does Kendrick do for y'all in the sense of artistry? And where would you put him in terms of art? Like, is he somebody you all, have great reverence for, or is he just, another rapper?
I'll yield to Vic first. I'll go out to Vic.
I'll say this. there was this, what's his name? Ti. He was talking on one of these shows, and they were asking him about, the subject matter in rap and how everyone talks about like killing and violence and ice and jewelry and objectifying women. And one thing he was saying in that, he said, "Hey, art is a reflection of the times. So if you take out some of the situations that these people are in, you'll have different subject matter." And I say that to say that for me, I think that Kendrick Lamar is important in that sense that he is a reflection of the time and he stays continuously being that reflection of the time. And I think you need somebody like that. And that's for me when you call people like the greatest rapper or the greatest person.
Right.
It's somebody that had a pulse on what was happening at that time, who felt compelled to speak truth to power, if that made sense in some ways. Now, I don't think you can really speak truth to power as much in the Super Bowl, because I'm not really a big believer in using the master tools to dismantle the house. I don't really believe in that, but I do think it's important to be able to give critiques, and I think Kendrick Lamar does that, because when you think about it, when you think about people who are considered the greatest, when we think about Muhammad Ali was considered the greatest boxer, and he still lost a lot of time, or sometimes, but it wasn't that his boxing that made him the greatest. It was what he did outside of the ring that made him the greatest for a lot of people. And I don't think everybody has to do that, but I think that the folks who do that have a lot to lose. And I think that's how I create people, or that's why I make people the greatest. Folks who do that, who know they have a lot to lose, but still speak for the people.
Yeah, I would say this, man. I love Kenny. I got love for Drake. I mean, I kind of tend to lean a little bit more towards Kenny, but I actually got love for both in a lot of different ways. I'm a Tupac generation cat. Like, even though I was born in Maywood, just a west side suburb outside of Chicago, I grew up in Oakland. So I'm an Oakland cat. I'm not from LA. People just think California is mashed in. LA and Oakland is very far apart, but he actually did represent for the Bay a lot. I think, I think he's having a moment, and I think he deserves his moment. I don't take that beef as seriously. Like, I've seen what real beef can do and what it could be. Like I said, I was in junior high school when Biggie and, with Biggie and Pac, and I was in junior high when Pac got killed, and I remember what that felt like. So, I think he's extremely talented. I think it was a big moment. I think that people are spending a lot of time breaking things down. Have fun with the hip hop of it all. I don't have a problem with it, but I don't hate Drake. I'm not taking, I don't have parasocial relationships. Have y'all heard the term parasocial relationships before?
Yeah. Yep.
Xavier, you want to explain to the people what parasocial relationships are?
The way that I understand it, it's the idea that basically, let's say which I am the biggest Kendrick fan in the world. Mm-hmm. I feel like I personally know this man, like right. I would be seeing him every other day, but it's really just, through media. I've never seen this man in real life, but I feel this connection to him.
Right. And part of the reason we got Energy Converters is so we can help young people not fall victim to parasocial relationships, right? And have critical thinking. But I think he is extremely talented. I think he did a really good job. I think you can debate how much you liked the Super Bowl performance. I think for me, I got it. I understood it. I got what he was doing. And I personally enjoyed it. I'm also not mad at people that probably didn't, in the sense of it's Super Bowl. Super Bowl is usually like a medley of your biggest hits, and it's like really highbrow and things like that. I love the Super Bowl that Dre led with Eminem and 50 and Mary J. Blige and Kendrick. I like that one. Personally, I liked it more, but I love the moment that he's having. And I'm looking forward to good music from it. But I know we got the other brothers, and we got about 4 more minutes on this topic. So, hopefully I wasn't too long-winded. My bad if I was. Darius, let me go ahead and throw it to you. Mike, you on deck.
So when the halftime show came up, I honestly didn't get it at first because I was like doing an assignment. So I was kind of like glancing back and forth. And then my fiance, she's like, you see like kind of like the symbolism going on happening, and it didn't kind of register in my brain because I'm like trying to type and go up, and I'm like, oh, I see what's happening here. And one of the parts where what really hit was when narrator, was it
Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson, he was going like when they were like on the, I guess being the too loud part, he was like, no, that's like too loud, that's too much. And then he's like, that's too ghetto. And then when it got transitioned into the part where they were like kind of mellow, kind of low, he was like, yeah, you know, that's how America wants you to be, basically, because all of the whole symbolism is red, white, and blue. And so that's how they're kind of portraying themselves as them to be, as we're supposed to be up under like this capitalistic idea about how we're supposed to act like the same, how America just kind of like follow in line. So that part really kind of stuck with me, just because like I've seen people use like the term like a ghetto. Like, do you actually know what ghetto is before you like actually use the term? So that really kind of stuck with me when he was transitioning and showing how America wants you to act versus like actual our culture and what we kind of truly believe. That's my stand.
Mike?
Just kind of like Darius was, I was doing an assignment too, just glancing back and forth at the halftime show. What I really like noticed was the stage he was on. It's like a controller. It's like a game he's playing. Like you see, you got the triangle, the square, the X, and the circle. It's like a PlayStation controller. And then you see at the end, it says game over. So I'm really thinking it's like he's trying to portray that there's a game being played and no one's noticing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I mean, look, I will, you know, I think people got a chance to watch it. Vic, I'm gonna give you the final word on this. You can throw it back to me to transition to the next joint. But you know, Vic, you was hosting this piece, but you know, I think it's a sign that the young people are all right if somebody like Kendrick Lamar is one of their top influences. So
now that makes me excited because a lot of people, I think there's a particular kind of archetype for a Drake fan. And not saying I don't like some of his music, but I think there's a particular kind of person. And I appreciate you all.
I like them both. Hold on, what kind of person, bro? I'm not, let me not act like bro ain't have the longest longevity and hip hop dominance of all time. And listen, I'm not, Drake is not my top five.
It doesn't have no seasoning on it. That's all I'm saying.
But it has though. It has, and this is the thing. I'm not gonna front on the boy.
It's an imitation seasoning.
I'm not gonna front on somebody that had a longer run than 50, a longer run than Jay, a longer run. Like at the top
run wasn't even long.
But first off, I think 50 Cent has one of the most impactful impacts on hip hop ever in the history of music. Like, let's just. But what I'm saying is to be that good, that strong, that long, and on top. Like, I'm not gonna front on bruh like he wasn't that dude, and like he can't be that dude. He got an album coming out Friday. Now, again, Kendrick is different from me. I'm from California. I love him. I love a West Coast lyricist. I think that they're special. I think Game is special. Razzcast, Exhibit, like West Coast lyricism is you know, I'm from the Bay, E40. I love these people. Fab and I went to high school together. Like, that's one of my people. So, but I'm not gonna front on what Drake has done for so many people in hip hop. Like, come on. See, we hijacking these young people's podcasts, but the hip hop came out, brother. Good job, Vic.
You can argue. You can argue they did a lot for him too. All the people that he put on and did something for, he did a lot for him.
He put people on the top of the charts, though, bro. Listen, I'm not mad. I love them. I got love for them both. My top five is different. Kendrick is higher. He's not in my top five, and Drake is not in my top five either. But I'm a different generation of rapper.
Victor, like, I ain't buying it. Like, he got that look like.
It's not. I mean, we can have this conversation. I mean, we got to go to some other topics, but if you want to, we can go there. I mean, the young folks want to see this. I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad either.
Kendrick and Drake, but I have Cole over both.
Whoa.
I had Cole really high, until he talked about how dope his pen was, and anybody say something to him, he gonna kill him.
Thank
and then
you.
he bowed out.
Thank you. Because we still ain't really fully addressed that. We let him slide, but that's a conversation.
We absolutely have. At least Drake fought back. At least Kendrick fought.
If you call that fight, if you call that fighting,
look, he did more than give out a diss track and then take it back and then delete it off of socials. Like, listen, people win and lose. I think my five.
That's not J. Cole's nature, though. He's not the guy to just drop out diss tracks like that.
Drake
don't say nothing.
J. Cole talked about people coming at his pen for years. He talked about being the best for years. And then when he had an opportunity, he put something out and it was and he took it back.
Yep.
And not only did he take it back, he bounced on his homie who stood next to him. So again, as a hip hop dude, and here's my top 5 to be fair, right? To be fair, mine is Nas, MJ, Lupe Fiasco, and my 5 changes. It's DMX, it's 50, it's Andre 3000. I got a lot of people that occupy that space, but again, I'm in a different generation. I love Cole, I love Drake, and I love Kenny. I think it goes Kenny, Drake. I think it goes lyrically Kenny, Cole, Drake for me. But I can't deny how hard it is to make a hit, and one of those guys has made nothing but hits for over a decade. One of those guys has outshined his master. Like he outshined Wayne. He outshined these people. So I'm not even a Drake fan. He's like my least favorite out of those 3, but I like stats. Like, to me, Jordan is the GOAT. Jordan won 6 titles, bruh. Like, LeBron can do whatever LeBron want to do, but it took you X amount of years to do.
We're not going to speak on that. We done with the 90s.
You're not done with who Michael Jordan is, B. I'm sorry.
When it was illegal to double team on defense?
Listen, bro.
You don't think LeBron's a more well-rounded player?
I think. Let me tell you this. Let me answer this, and we will go to the next topic. I think LeBron has all the physical gifts. I think he is the most physically gifted athlete of all time, maybe outside of Bo Jackson. Like, there's like some physical specimens. But what LeBron does not have, what he lacks, that Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan have over him, is the mental. They are killers. They are not trying to be your friend. They close the deal. They don't lose. Like Michael Jordan don't lose in the big game. He might have, had some teams. The man three-peated 2 separate times and took a break in between it. And LeBron will have every single record towards the end of it. But damn, you had to call your home.
You think Jordan is being Curry, Clay, and KD on the same
team?
And LeBron only has Kyrie, and then Kyrie left.
Did you say only? Did you say only? Wait, first off. See, this is what's gonna happen when we do this generational shit.
I'm saying as like as a better second option.
First off, if Michael Jordan wanted to team up with Charles Barkley or Hakeem Olajuwon, who knows what would have happened? You talking about somebody who called up his homies and called up D Wade and got Chris Bosh, and then you know who beat him? A sick freaking
holding that
Dirk
2011.
Nowitzki, bruh. He's not a killer the way that Michael Jordan is a killer. Now, I know that you wasn't able to watch it live. I know you wasn't there. I know you. It's okay. It's okay. I watched both these people play. In real time.
Hold on. What happened when Scottie left the Bulls?
What you mean when Scottie left the Bulls?
I mean, what happened when Jordan left and the Bulls barely even changed? When Jordan left, the Bulls dang near made the finals that year after.
Oh, Michael, I love you so much. Thank you for asking. Thank you for that question, Michael. Let me tell you what happened. What happened was the team was constructed well, and they got there. But you know what? They couldn't get over the hump because Scottie Pippen is not a number 1. He's a number 2. And it's okay to be a number 2. He's the greatest number 2 of all time. But he's not a number 2. He had an opportunity. He had an opportunity with the Bulls with that stacked team. He had an opportunity with Portland where they got there and didn't finish it. And he had an opportunity where they did their whole LeBron thing in Houston, and that back gave up. So, Michael, listen, man. I love LeBron James. I respect LeBron James. I think LeBron James is a top 3 player of all time. But the thing that separates is the mental. One of these people is a killer. Kobe Bryant is a killer. I don't think that LeBron James has passed Kobe Bryant personally. And I love LeBron James. LeBron James has more of the physical gifts. He has the talent. He has everything, but you cannot duplicate the mental of those killers.
Okay, let me.
Tom Brady
play better talent.
Hold on. Wait. Because since we on the topic of that like killer mentality, if we gonna really do that, I feel like we should have a conversation about just the basketball mentality nowadays in general. So, in your opinion, who out there right now has that?
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He don't like nobody. He don't work out with nobody. He don't want to be friends with nobody. He do his thing and then he take his butt back to Greece. He's not working out with people. This is why people love Giannis, right? Joker is not everybody's friend. He's coming out. He gonna speak his little language. He gonna win a title with that awkward ass shot and give Anthony Davis and LeBron James buckets. And then he gonna go play with his horses in his country.
And he's not on that team no more.
How many people ate while LeBron was at the top? Look, because Steph Curry, I'm from Oakland, bro. Steph Curry got 4, just like LeBron. What are we saying? Who don't have titles because of Michael Jordan? Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, John Stockton. Gary Payton didn't get one with Seattle. He got one with Miami. Sean Kemp. When Michael was eating, nobody ate. I know I might be the only Jordan cat here, and that's fine. But what I respect, Michael Jordan has more rings and more titles in a truncated amount of time, even while he took a break. And this brother has been able to change teams, change coaches, get people fired, get people traded, do whatever he wanted to do. And he still only got 4. And you know who got 4 with him? Steph Curry, who been in the same place the entire time. What are we doing? I'm sorry, brother.
I mean, Steph may have 4. That man had Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson behind him, too. You also had Draymond Green down there. You had Andrew Bogut. That Warriors team was a super team. They went 73 and
so what who was Kevin before he went to Cleveland? Who?
He was in that trio with the
Listen, bro, LeBron James has built super teams since he left Cleveland the first time.
What super teams?
He didn't. Miami wasn't a super team.
Miami was not a super. That's a big 3. That was not a super team. That was not a super team. That was a big 3. They call it a big 3 for a reason.
You can finish, Victor. If you say arguably the 3rd best 2 guard of all time in Dwayne Wade, arguably.
They're not a super team. They're a big 3.
That was a super team, but that was the beginning of the super team era. What are we talking about?
That was what a big 3.
And you know what else is different? You know what else is different? The only person that they recruited and added was Kevin Durant, bro. The rest of that stuff was homegrown. They got they got Andre Iguodala, how they got him. But Steph, I've been there since Steph got there, bro. With the bad ankles, trading Monte Ellis, they built him and Clay up, bro, and Dre. That's homegrown. That's development. LeBron James has been a CEO, has been I love LeBron James. LeBron, you are a monster. You are a beast. And it's not disrespectful to just acknowledge that there's people better than you, dog. I'm sorry. Like, if you got one shot, if you had somebody that had to go and finish it and end it, are you taking LeBron James over Michael Jordan to end it? Hey man, God bless.
Statistically, no, I'm saying statistically, yes, because LeBron has more.
How many more full seasons has LeBron James had over Michael Jordan? B? How many more full seasons? You still counting?
What happened when he was on the Wizards, though?
Well, when he got his ribs broke by Ron Artest, he still played and put up buckets. He was not as good as LeBron James is at 40. LeBron James is the greatest 40-year-old basketball player.
You sound just like Stephen A. Smith. Why watch this?
It's not sounding like Stephen A. Smith. It's sounding like facts, and it sounds like people are commenting on it that was not around. Listen, man, you have to understand, bro. I don't think you understand. Like, y'all were old enough for Tiger Woods, right? Yeah. Tiger Woods won. Let me just tell you, Tiger Woods was an incredible golfer. He could have been the best in the world. But Tiger Woods won. Mike Tyson won before they got into the ring or before they got on the field. People feared them. They were fearful of them, bruh. Like, Mike Tyson was knocking people out in 15 seconds, 30 seconds. Tiger Woods would look at people and they were intimidated and they would shoot 5 points over what they normally did. People feared Michael Jordan, bro. People were afraid to talk crazy to Mike. Do you understand? Like, do you understand? Like, go listen to Kevin Garnett when he was trying to talk trash to him, the biggest trash talker from Chicago. And he was just like, I talked to him one time. And then he had like 16, 14 points. And then he came in the game and ended with 40 something. Like, he's different, bro. Michael Jordan was so good, he got bored with the game inside the game. He quit after 3, played baseball, came back and almost won again, and then got a full season and did another 3-peat. What? Listen, bro, you just watched the Super Bowl, right? You just watched what happened to Patrick Mahomes, right? You watched what your Philly Eagles did, right? Because you're a Philly fan, right? You're an Eagles fan, right? Michael, don't go quiet now. You're the only person Philly here.
Oh, no, I'm not an Eagle. I'm not. That's not my favorite team.
But you live in Philadelphia, correct?
Yeah.
You know how Philadelphia sports is, right? Correct? Yeah. Listen, man. You know how hard it is to 3-peat, bro? That it's never happened in the NFL. Like, Mahomes is that dude, and he got shellacked because that stuff catches up to you, bro. Now we talking about somebody who 3-peated twice, bro, in 2 times. I love LeBron James. We got to move on.
But there's more 3-peats in the NBA though.
That's fine, but you know who don't have one? LeBron James. Please continue, y'all.
LeBron face better competition.
Bro, you got to play who's in front of you, dog. Like, that's like somebody saying, like, you are what you are in lacrosse. You can't play some future version of you that's going to be better. Like, that's like somebody saying, well, he's only playing as a freshman because he ain't playing good competition. You got there on your own merit. You can't make up people and play them. You got to play who's there. And we got to stop acting like these people wasn't dogs, bro. Like, look at John. You want to talk about stats? Look at John Stockton's stats.
I know who John Stockton is.
Nobody's kept in
I'm just saying, overall, Bron playing harder competition.
Listen to what I'm saying, bro. You're cherry picking. So you talk about stats here. You talk what really matters at the end. And again, I'm from Oakland. Bill Russell got a bunch of them things. McClymonds, baby, he's straight out of West Oakland, right? At the end of the day, in team, what is it about at the end of the day? It's about winning. It's about that ring. It's about getting that ring, bro. And he got it 6 times in far less amount of time. What are we saying, bro? Like, I don't understand.
Since we on the topic of the greats, and I know we got another couple.
We got a bunch of them, but we gonna have to.
You got to cut some of it down. But what
I just had a question about how we can transition that killer mentality, or even before then. How do y'all feel about how do y'all feel about the killer mentality? Is that something you born with, or is that something developed? And how can we transition that, from sports into whatever?
Black male mentorship. I got you. That was a great transition, brother. You did an incredible job. They want to hear from us, Vic. So I don't if you want me to go or you want to go first.
You can go. You can go.
I would say this is how. So for me, I think some of y'all know my story. I don't know if all of you do. But I grew up homeless. I went to 11 elementary schools all over the country, Chicago area, Kentucky, Oakland. And for me, I gained that instinct because of how I grew up, and I just knew I had to beat the people around me. I'm very, very, very competitive. I want this program to be the best program. I don't want to just win. I want to beat people. Like that, there's a difference. And everybody's not wired like that, right? I played sports. I was a debater. Didn't even like debate, but I took 13th place initially the first time I tried it. Came back, took first place speaker and first place team, and never did it again. You know why? Because I beat everybody. I was done. I just wanted to beat them. I run these companies, bro. You got to be wired different to be willing to do what other people are not willing to do. You got to be okay with not being liked, with not being everybody's friend. You got to be okay, in Michael Jordan's case, of putting out that documentary, and whoever get mad about it, let them get mad. But I dragged y'all to 6 championships. Y'all can be buddy if you want. You can be homies. Y'all can do banana boat stuff. Michael Jordan would never be called in the group of the Banana Boat Boys. Ever. So what I'm saying is, in mentorship, I want y'all to win. I looked at this opportunity of y'all just being here because people were this is my mentality. Something that I could have been annoyed by, that people were busy today, they had class. You know what we did? I instantly created a brand new show on the spot that we planned in 5 minutes. That's the difference in the passive mentality versus somebody who's agentic and gonna go get it. I love LeBron James. I will never disrespect him. I think his work ethic is crazy. I think he's gonna go down with every single record of all time. I think he deserves it. I think he is a model because, you know, like Jimmy Butler, you got KD, you got Steph, all of them are going to play into 40. So LeBron James is the leader of that and he should be saluted. But there's something different about a dog. Bo Jackson was a dog. Lawrence Taylor was a dog. Like Ray Lewis is a dog. I like dogs. I don't have a problem with people being friends and kumbaya, but I want to beat every other organization around me. When I'm giving a talk, I want to dust that mic off, and whoever got to come up after me is anxious and nervous about it. And I think that's the difference, Xavier. Let me pass it because I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, I agree that there is a level of you got to be born with it, but I don't think it's wrong for you not to have that kind of mentality, that kind of personality. Because I look at LeBron as somebody. I look at LeBron. I look at Shaquille O'Neal as two different opposite sides of what a Shaq not of what a Kobe and a Jordan would be. Because if you look at LeBron is like wants to be liked by folks and is liked by folks, but he has this level of empathy that I think is important to have in a leader that I don't think Kobe or Jordan has. Yeah, I don't think they have that level of empathy, and I think that's an important. Yeah, like in no shape or form. Like you can look at them like, damn, these are some fucked up people. Like, and that's
Brady,
why,
yeah.
Like if you just thinking about winning, I think you have to have that. Like you have to have that. But if you're doing a little more, I think you might want to not have that. So you might want to curb it a little bit. So I think that both is important, and both those kind of people do have success. So I think you just got to figure out which one works for you and just try to be that. Now, if you want to be the dog, that shit comes with a lot of stuff, and you got to be really, really, really built for being a dog. And you can grow. I think it is growable, but you got to really want to do it, and then that becomes part of like the dog mentality, like the desire. You got to have a desire.
Mm-hmm. It's like just kind of speaking to that. I MJ, Kobe, Kobe mentality. I've always aspired to get to that level of just complete dominance. I love being able to think about stuff like that and aspire to that. But like you said, Vic, it's just, I think we come with a preset level of empathy, and sometimes that gets in the way. Like me and Darius, perfect example. I love Darius to death because he is, how they talk about like striping steel or whatever. That's how I see Darius. Whether it's academics, video games, basketball. I love the competition that me and Darius got going on because it makes me sharper. But there is that level of like that friendship that's in the middle of all that I want to respect. MJ, he don't care. Like we talked about, he's just wired different. Like he gets past that barrier of like, I don't care about your friendship. I want to win, and either you're gonna come with me or you're gonna be back there. So in my personal opinion, I feel like something's being skipped in their head naturally to get past that whole empathic aspect. Like at the end of the day, me and Darius, we're competitive, but I feel like we got like a lot of respect for each other, so we ain't gonna go past what needs to be done in competition. But I mean, like I said, I do aspire to get to that level one day of just being like completely dominant. I love having that idea, but it's just, it's a balance for me at least. How do y'all feel, guys? Darius and Mike?
What I know how I feel is that if Vic and Dr. Cole ever come to Indianapolis, I'm gonna have that killer mentality on the court. So
for sure,
y'all better walk out here. That's
for
I'm
sure.
gonna say that right. It's recorded, right? Don't come out here. Don't come out.
I'm gonna try to drag you. You might get me because I'm 40, but I'm gonna try to drag you. And also, bro, I was ranked in California for like 3 weeks, but to be ranked in California in point guards is a big deal. So I was in punks for 3 weeks. And I did all-star camp in LA. I played against Tyson Chandler and it was a few people, but this one I knew I wasn't going to the league. But like at that last game, because I did not have the gifts they had. You might get me, but you gonna get everything I got. I'm trying to drag you. I do not care who you are if you checking up next to me.
Right. But other than that, yeah, I feel like for me personally, I have that a little bit. I think, like Vic said, it's a little bit of it's kind of born with you. Like me and you, when we're playing basketball, Xavier, my goal is like win, bro. Like I'd be like, we be checking up, we be running it, but in my head it's like, even if we on game 3 and 4, we like tired, I'm like, I need to walk out of this gym winning. So I think a little bit of that, but also like you said, that like friendship part. I ain't gonna be like, all right, peace. After I beat you 3-0, they're like, all right, next week, like that's the killer mentality. Like, all right, I won. Who's next? Kind of like that. Yeah. So I guess that's like the friendship part, kind of in the way of that. So that is kind of like instilled in you. I guess you can grow that, or some people are literally kind of just born with it, where they're like, all right, I beat you. What's next? Oh, you're not in the gym with me? Okay, get out my face. So it's kind of like that mentality. But for like that mentorship going forward, it's a good mindset to have on parts where you really need to be your sharpest at, where you really kind of need to be your best at. Like I have interviews, like 5 interviews on Friday, like, and my bedtime is usually like in an hour from now. I'm not going to sleep, but because I know I have to like nail every single one of these, because it's like either win or nothing. If I don't get these, then it's like, what am I doing? So that's kind of like that mentality. It's good to have in those situations, because you have to really make sure, hey, did I do my research? Hey, am I good on this interview? Am I need to ask questions? You got to really be up on sharp on like the really important parts in your mindset, not really like kind of doubting yourself, like I'm gonna go in and nail this. So in that kind of aspect, but for me also like lay back and also know that I'm gonna be all right. But so just gotta, for me personally, there's like a mix in there, but it depends on the level of importance of stuff I have to do. Like specifically this week, like I have to be like on top of everything every single day.
Mike, anything you want to add?
I would say that mentality for me is just in certain places. Like if I'm just regularly out on the street, I'm not really gonna have that mentality. But if I'm playing somebody, or if I'm on the field of lacrosse, it's either you or me.
Oh,
and it's going to be me. So I'm getting through you one way or another.
Oh, okay.
He said, "Oh,
Are you talking about that, Dr. Cole?"
Huh. Interesting. So just for the record, Mike, I'm just curious. So like, so are you friends and fraternizing with the enemy in the middle of the game? Are y'all like the banana boat boys? I'm just curious. Like, are you like, because I'm sorry, you sound more Michael Jordan-esque and Kobe-esque than LeBron James. Move us forward, sir. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I love your mentality, Michael Dukes. We have the same one. I love it. I love it.
That's funny."
It didn't even take 5 minutes. Like it was just like he just denounced everything LeBron stood for in 5 minutes. Like it wasn't even. Nah, man. I will say this though. I know we got to transition. This might just be, we might just have to do this again and do the other topics, because I do need to let y'all go. I will say this, and I love Pat Mahomes. I think Mahomes is going to be the best of this generation, but there's something different between him and Tom Brady. Even the games Tom Brady lost, it came down to a throw. It came down to a helmet catch. It came down to one possession. Tom Brady is not getting blasted in the Super Bowl on the biggest stage, to where Mahomes has been blasted twice in the Super Bowl, one of them by Tom Brady. So again, and Tom Brady, what do we respect about Tom Brady the most? Not his physical gifts. He's definitely not the most physically gifted. Like Jalen Hurts definitely got more physicals. Huh?
That's what Tom Brady, his rings.
Oh, his rings. Oh. Michael Dukes, I love you to death. Xavier is laughing. Xavier, why are you laughing? Tell me why we're smiling, Xavier.
Like we talked about before, you you going back on what you was talking about with LeBron, bro. Like your argument is getting undercut by yourself. You just gotta pick and choose what you say, man.
Michael Dukes, I also was a champion debater, bro, so don't feel bad. Listen, I love Pat Mahomes is gonna go down in history. He's incredible. He might end up being, I don't know, he might end up being the greatest. I think he's gonna be back there. But again, Tom Brady is a killer. He is a killer. And I think there's a difference when people are nice guys versus killers. Now, y'all don't need to aspire to be that. I think LeBron James is incredible. That is one of the most successful sports careers of all time. And I will root for him. I want to see him do well. The conversation of Jordan, I don't think it needs to happen. I think he should be being compared to Magic Johnson because they play similar. They have a similar style. They are true point guards that distribute the ball, that are oversized, and they did beautiful things. But, it's kind of hard for you to try to say you're taking my throne when you're wearing my number. Can we continue? Can we move on?
Do you take Curry or Magic?
As far as what? Better player or point guard?
Just point guard, because
point guard is Magic.
Point guard.
Magic is the point guard.
But
I'm from Oakland. Like Steph is incredible. Steph is, I think he's better at a lot of things, but I think point guard, like I'm also was a point guard, just for the record, and I was a point guard in the late 90s and early 2000s, where you still had to be kind of like Tim Hardaway was my favorite point guard, like Jason Kidd, like pass first, things like that. Like it's a different era. I think Allen Iverson opened it up in a different way. Like, you just have to be a different thing to be a point guard in the league now. So I'm not mad at nobody, but now if you say who maybe, I think they both gonna be remembered for different things. I just don't want to disrespect older cats because they older, like they didn't play nobody or whatever, because they did, and I saw it. Like these people were still dogs. Like Clyde Drexler was still a dog. Dominique Wilkins is a dog. Like Scottie Pippen guarding you, that's a dog, bruh. Scottie Pippen guarded Magic Johnson 94 feet, bruh, in the finals, B. Like that's one of the best defenders of all time. So I love all these people. I love this conversation. But fellas, we got to do this again. Vic, we got to get these brothers. We got to find some time. Forget the session. Like we'll do sessions outside of session. I need this to happen again. Michael Dukes, I love you to death. But thank you for handing me my argument on a platter. I truly, truly appreciate you, brother. And that is Black Mentorship. That is Black Male Mentorship 101, brother. That's Michael, that's Darius, that's Xavier, and that is my partner in crime, Victor Sandifer. If you like this, if you want to hear more of us, we will talk about their research. We'll talk about things that make Black education better. We'll talk about mentorship. If they want to I've been in a Black Men's Book Club for a long time. If they want to collectively read a book together, I actually think all of them should read a book called The Spook Who Sat by the Door. If they actually want to do that, I'm down for it. I will make myself available for whatever you brothers want to do. But with that being said, y'all take care of yourselves. Y'all take care of each other. And if you want to be a guest or have questions for the young man or for Victor and myself, reach out. The information is right there. You can DM me on X or go to the website, and we will make sure we get back to you. But we need more intergenerational conversations like this. We might argue, we might fight, but it ain't nothing I wouldn't do for these young men. Y'all say peace out.
Peace.